to this episode of the Cajun Conservative Show, where we talk about life, we talk about liberty, and we talk about the pursuit of happiness, and show the world and the audience that that Cajuns do have intelligence. Hope you're having a good day, good week, wherever you're located. Just remember that this is the day that the Lord has made. You should rejoice and you should be glad in it. Took a rest yesterday. Had a rough weekend. As a lot of you know, I am a youth minister, and we had a church lock-in. We was trying to do a camp out, but it didn't work out because of the weather. And like today, it is just extremely cold. If you notice, if you're watching on YouTube or Rumble or TikTok, I have a jacket on. And here in Louisiana, we just hit a cold front. And it's pretty cold out there. It's pretty cold, but guess what? We are good. We got the jacket on, and I'm feeling ready to go. So let's go ahead and talk about the comments that people. So yesterday, and I had something else planned because before Friday's show, well, after Friday's show, correction, Fannie Willis got to stay on the case. She had to dump her boyfriend. And that must have been a weird conversation. Hey, baby, I love you, but you can't work with me no more. So that whole thing was going on. I was like, look, this is going to happen on Monday. I'm going to probably talk about this and all. But this comment came out of Donald Trump saying that there's going to be a bloodbath. And the media is running with it. Listen to some of the articles that came out after this comment. And I'm going to get into the comments a little bit more. I'm gonna say the full content. I'm gonna do what the media should have done. Okay, it's sad that a Cajun from South Louisiana has to start a podcast and do what the media isn't doing, which is telling you the truth. A lot of people are saying, well, hold on, Isaac, this is the media. They have to be right. Yeah, they're right sometime, but not all the time, and especially to Donald Trump. Donald Trump can say one thing, and they take it totally out of context. It's the same, and they've done this before. They've done this before. They have taken his words out of context, or they have twisted it to make it sound like what they wanted to sound like. And that's the exact same thing they did with this comment right here. But listen to some of the articles they wrote over the weekend. Now, I'll give you some, what was these comments, what was going on. There was a rally in Ohio where Donald Trump was talking about the economy and talking about China building plants in Mexico. And he made some comments, and the media took it out. And this is some of the articles that came from this comment. The New York Times, Trump says some migrants are not people and predicts a bloodbath if he loses. The Guardian, Trump predicts bloodbath if he loses election and claims Biden beat Obama. NBC News, Trump says there will be a bloodbath if he loses the election. Trump says country faces bloodbath if Biden wins in November. Rolling Stones, Trump says there will be a bloodbath and elections will end if he isn't reelected. Now you pick up these comments, right? You pick up these article titles. You're thinking, oh, Donald Trump said something bad, and this is the line that the media told you about. They didn't go ahead and give you the whole context. This is what a lot of mainstream media like Dan Bongino, not mainstream media, conservative media, Dan Bongino, Ben Shapiro from the Daily Wire, and others brought out this weekend. And I agree with them. And listening to it myself, yeah, they took it totally out of context. And for the sake of time and for listening purposes, I can't run the audio or the sound because some wouldn't be able to hear it like TikTok Live. So, I'm going to read a lot of this, but this is the line that the mainstream media put in their reports. This is all they showed on their television streams and in their articles. If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be at least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. When they showed Donald Trump talking, that's the only part they showed. And they ran with it. That Donald Trump was trying to lead another insurrection. Donald Trump was trying to be a dictator and overcome America. They pointed back to his Fox News interview with Sean Hannity, where he said, I'm going to be a dictator for one day, and I'm going to close the border, and we're going to drill, baby, drill. They went back to January 6th, where he did say, go to the Capitol. But they forget the part where he said, peacefully and patriotically, make your voices heard. The media took this little clip and says, see, Donald Trump says if he's trying to incite violence to his supporters. But that's not true. It's not true. Now, I'm going to read the full context, and all you people that are on the left that getting your calzones in a bunch and think, well, Isaac, you didn't give us nothing different. He did say that about Bloodbath. Yes, but words have context. It's the same thing with the Bible. That aggravates me every time I have a debate with somebody and they tell me, well, the Bible says this, and they don't read the full context. They take one scripture and they make a whole doctrine out of it. And it gets me upset politically as well. Let's hear the whole comment. Now, again, Donald Trump was talking about the economy, and Donald Trump was talking about the auto industry, where China is building plants in Mexico to try to sell cars to the United States and to bring down our car industry. And this is all done under the Biden administration. See, Biden's more worried about Ukraine and Gaza and everything else, and he's not worried about real threats that could happen in America. So let's read Trump's comment. This is from the beginning. Those big monster car manufacturer plants you are building in Mexico right now, and now he's talking to President Ying of China, right now, and you think you're going to get that, not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us? No, this is Donald Trump's beginning of his statement. We're going to put 100% tariffs on every single car that comes across the line. And you're not going to be able to sell those guys if I get elected. So he's saying, listen, China, you're building these car factories in China, in Mexico, and you're going to try to sell it to us and bring down our car industry? Not on my watch. That's what he's saying. If I get elected. This is where the line comes in. Now, if I don't get elected, he's saying, look, if my opponent wins, who is President Joe Biden at the moment, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole, and he stopped. Now, he should have said whole industry, which he was talking about the car industry. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country, meaning it's going to bring down the auto industry. That'll be the least of it. See, if you put the whole statement together, he's talking about the car industry. He's talking about, keeping an eye on China, which all the Democrats want to do. Remember, that's why they're trying to get rid of TikTok, and that and some of the Republicans. And he's trying to say, look, if this happens, it's going to be a bloodbath for the industry, saying the car industry is going to go down. Remember, the government already bailed out the car industry back in the Obama era. Now again, the media took that whole phrase, and just used the word bloodbath for the country. And they ran with it. Donald Trump's calling for a bloodbath. Donald Trump. Now, some of the media had to react to what was going on because conservative media called out liberal media, and everybody in the country that has 2 cents of a brain realized that Donald Trump was not talking about an insurrection. He wasn't talking about a civil war. He wasn't talking about none of that. He was talking about protecting our car industry. And some of the left had to, if you listen to the context, he wasn't really talking about what we said he was talking about, but he really meant what we were talking about. How can you not mean something and mean something? Oh, it's them little hidden gems that Donald Trump says that's showing what he's going to do as president. Really? Well, his own words. It's the same thing. Look, the media does it. The media's been doing this ever since Donald Trump got into office and got out of office. I agree with the left-wing media on this. We've been dealing with this for 8 years. Exactly. We've been dealing with y'all for 8 years, too. Russiagate. the phony Ukrainian impeachment. You had the second impeachment for the insurrection where the president of the United States said go peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard at the Capitol, which is not wrong. And look, they have used government entities to try to bring down Donald Trump. The January 6th committee that hid information. We also have now, remember the media, Donald Trump lunged to the front of the car and tried to take the steering wheel from the driver to drive back to the Capitol to stand with his supporters. Comes to find out was not true. Ladies and gentlemen, the media is trying to get that I got you moment on Donald Trump, and it never works. Why? Because the media is crying. I heard someone say it the best way yesterday. They're crying wolf, and when something's going to happen where they're going to cry wolf, now, some of you might not know the illustration I'm saying. The boy that cried wolf, 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 and all the people come in and there's no wolf, and when a wolf really showed up, nobody showed up to help the little boy. And that's what the media is doing. The media is doing this. Oh, they look at Donald Trump and they take a statement and think, yes, that's gonna bury Donald Trump. And they go, wolf, wolf, wolf. And guess what? People are not paying attention to them no more. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is look, they're trying to get rid of Donald Trump. And I think the American people are finally starting to see that. Now, I don't believe in poll numbers because we've been burnt by polls before. And I don't, like I said, look, the red wave that was supposed to happen in 2022 turned out to be a red trickle. Best analogy for polls, remember, the red wave of 2022 again. We see this in Louisiana. There's going to be a big storm on Friday. And Friday comes, it barely rains. Now, that don't happen all the time. That's what it felt like. You had people hyping this up as a big, big red wave, and it doesn't happen. Now, but going back to that, Donald Trump is winning in almost every major swing state. Georgia and Arizona, I heard yesterday, is really a problem for Joe Biden, where Joe Biden is now starting to question his campaign officials and starting to wonder why they're not doing more to help him get elected. And Biden don't realize they're trying to. No bail bondsman will put up the money for Trump's bail of $464 that was unjustly awarded to somebody. They're trying to hit him at his pocketbook. They're trying to hit him at they're trying to hit him on the campaign trail. They're going after Donald Trump. They're throwing everything at Donald Trump, including the dishes, the kitchen sink. I couldn't say that word, man. It's early in the morning. Anyway, the media has done this, and they're trying to take out Donald Trump. Why? Because they know Donald Trump has a good chance to win this November. And it doesn't help either, because I've been knowing this about Robert Kennedy. Robert Kennedy is getting a following. Let's see. Robert Kennedy is doing what Donald Trump did in 2016 with big media. Robert Kennedy is on TikTok. Robert Kennedy is on Facebook, and he's getting his message out there. And a lot of people that go, well, that's going to hurt Donald Trump because people on the right's going to go to Robert Kennedy. No, they won't. This is going to hurt Biden because of the independent voters and the moderate Democrats. And also the name Kennedy sticks out. Robert Kennedy is getting fired. And the Biden administration, that's going to hurt them. They're trying to shift it all. Well, it's going to hurt Donald Trump. No, it will not hurt Donald Trump. Now, look, don't get me wrong. There will be votes that will go from some Republicans, never Trumpers, that don't want to vote for Biden, probably going to vote for Kennedy. That's if Kennedy gets on every ballot. If you don't get on every ballot, then it really... But look, back in the 90s with Bill Clinton and George Bush, one independent stuck out in one state, and that helped Bill Clinton. But the Democrat Party knows. They know that Trump has a good chance to win in November. A lot of people are saying it's going to be a possibly like a Reagan 49 state landslide. I'm not going to go that far. But there's a good chance that Donald Trump wins and the media can't stand it. So they're trying to pull out these nuggets and trying to hit him financially to get him out of the race. And this is what all it's about. This comment, and I read it to you, did not mean anything of him leading an insurrection or a civil war or nothing. They didn't say nothing about that. It was talking about the economy and the car industry. But the media trying to get Donald Trump out of there, all for their boy Biden, who got to wear special shoes to walk across the lawn to Marine One and can't stand on the front porch. Look, I seen this video. I'm like, you serious? This is our president? The president looking at the media. There's only one door to go through. He goes back. Oh, do I go this way? Do I go that way? And the Secret Service guy's like, come this way, sir. The media is trying to help Joe Biden win, and this is their efforts. They got to hit him financially. They got to hit him with the Justice Department, and they got to hit him with the media. It's sad that we live in a country like that, but hey, we live in a country like that right now, where the government is trying to take away free speech, where the current president is using his Department of Justice to go after his lead opponent. And the media, they're not doing their job. If the media would do their job and call balls and strikes on both sides, this President Biden wouldn't have a chance. President Biden wouldn't have had a chance in 2020 if the media would have done their job right. But unfortunately, they're not going to do their job right, and it takes a Cajun conservative down in South Louisiana to tell the world what's going on. And it's sad. I wish I can come behind this microphone and give you good news every day. But unfortunately, we're slowly losing our rights. And look, I saw one comment on TikTok earlier saying that the Republican Party was corrupt. I'm sorry, but both the political parties are corrupt. Because there's some that's going after Donald Trump when they should be united around Donald Trump. Look, I don't talk about Mitch McConnell in a good light that much. But at least Mitch McConnell even had enough sense to say, look, we're going to endorse Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump is the Republican nominee. There's some that's still trying to hold up their nose and say they're not going to vote for Donald Trump. Well, the alternative is Robert Kennedy, which Robert Kennedy is a Democrat. He's a liberal. Then you have Joe Biden, that is a Democrat and a liberal. Well, Robert Kennedy's running as independent. He was trying to seek the Democrat nomination. The reason he got out of it was because he could still be on the ballot. The Democrat Party would not let Robert Kennedy get in there. So, it's sad that we live in a country like this right now. But Republicans need to team up. But we're going back to that. Both political parties are corrupt, and they both have things that I disagree with. But who's better for the country right now? Who's better for the country right now? It is not Joe Biden. Joe Biden, we got word yesterday, Joe Biden's upset that his political his political campaign is not talking about his accomplishments. What accomplishments? The infrastructure bill that you don't see no results on? Or the $100 billion he's sending to Ukraine and trying to send more? Haiti right now is being run by gang members, and there's 1,000 American civilians that can't get out of Haiti, and when the government was asked about it, they said, we're not gonna worry about them. A failed Afghanistanian withdrawal and a takeover of our consulate in Afghanistan. Hey, let's just be honest. What accomplishments does Biden have? A big goose egg? No, none, zero, zip, nada. There's nothing good in the Biden administration. There's a lot of headache, but there's nothing good. And this is why they're doing this stuff right here. So, all right. That's going to end this recording of the Cajun Conservative Show today. I want to thank you, as always, for listening to the show. If you can, please like, please subscribe, please share. Go and check us out on Facebook. Go check us out on X. Go check us out on TikTok. Everything, all those big social media. Also, if you're listening on YouTube, remember to hit the bell. It notifies you when a new episode is dropped. Also, if you can, hit the subscribe button or the follow button, depending on what video platform you're listening on with Rumble and YouTube. You could follow and subscribe the same way on Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, all them good stuff. Want to give a shout out to our good friends and partners at Give-A-Derm. Give-A-Derm is a great dermatology company based here in the United States. An all natural product. They don't take no toxins or chemicals. They don't want your skin to be unhealthy. And if you put toxins and chemicals in a dermatology product, it gets on your skin, it gets in your bloodstream, and it's unhealthy for you. But Give-A-Derm goes ahead and makes this all natural product. We have used it. We love it. Go ahead and check out the description in the bottom of this show. And until next time, be blessed, be encouraged. Remember, Jesus Christ is King, and he's coming back soon. So don't be faint of heart. Jesus has overcome the world. If you know Jesus, your Lord and Savior, you can always reach out to me at thecajunconservative5@gmail.com, and I'll tell you how to make Jesus your Savior and heaven your home. Until next time, be blessed, be encouraged. You have a good one.